Why you feel lonely even when you're surrounded by people. You can be surrounded by friends, family, coworkers, and followers and still feel completely alone. In this episode, you'll learn why loneliness is not always about being alone and discover practical ways to build deeper connections, communicate what you need, and stop hiding behind surface level relationships. 1. Why you can feel lonely around people. Have you ever been in a room full of people and still felt completely alone? You laugh. You talk. You answer messages. You post pictures. But something still feels missing. That is because loneliness is not simply about being physically alone. You can have hundreds of contacts and still have nobody you feel comfortable calling when life gets difficult. You can have thousands of followers and still feel unknown. You can sit next to someone you love and still feel emotionally disconnected. Loneliness often comes from a lack of meaningful connection. And sometimes, the hardest part is that nobody around you knows you're lonely. To stop confusing attention with connection. Someone liking your post is attention. Someone asking how you are and genuinely waiting for the answer is connection. Someone replying to your message is attention. Someone noticing that something is wrong without you having to explain everything is connection. Do not measure your relationships by how many people interact with you. Measure them by how safe, understood, and supported you feel. 3. Stop pretending everything is fine. One of the quickest ways to remain lonely is to hide how you actually feel. You might tell everyone, "I'm good. I'm just tired. Nothing's wrong." Even when something is clearly wrong. Try being honest with one person you trust. You don't need to tell them everything. Start small. Say, "I've been feeling a little disconnected lately." Sometimes that one honest sentence can open a much deeper conversation. 4. Reach out first. Waiting for someone else to contact you can keep you isolated. Send the message. Make the call. Ask someone to meet for coffee. Invite a friend for a walk. Do not assume that because someone has not contacted you, they do not care. They may simply be busy. Or they may be waiting for you too. 5. Stop chasing people who give you nothing back. Reaching out is healthy. Constantly chasing people who repeatedly ignore you is different. Pay attention to patterns. If you are always starting the conversation, always making the plans, always checking in, and they rarely make any effort, you may be trying to create connection where there is very little interest. Invest more energy in people who meet you halfway. 6. Create deeper conversations. Surface-level conversations are not bad, but they rarely create deep connection. Instead of always asking, "How are you?" ask, "What has been stressing you lately? What are you looking forward to? What's something you've been thinking about a lot?" Good questions create opportunities for honest conversations. And honest conversations create connection. 7. Spend less time performing. Sometimes loneliness gets worse when you are constantly trying to appear happy, successful, confident, or interesting. You don't always have to perform. You can simply be yourself. Real connection becomes much easier when people are allowed to see the real person behind the image. 8. Build connection through shared experiences. You don't always need a deep conversation. Cook together. Exercise together. Play a game. Take a walk. Work on a project. Attend an event. Shared experiences create memories. And memories create relationships. 9. Give relationships time. Deep connection rarely happens instantly. It develops through repeated contact, trust, honesty, consistency, and shared experiences. If you want meaningful relationships, give people enough time to actually know you. 10. A final message. Being surrounded by people does not automatically mean you feel connected. And being alone does not automatically mean you are lonely. What matters is whether you have people with whom you can be honest. People who listen. People who care. People who make space for the real version of you. So if you have been feeling lonely lately, don't just ask yourself, how many people do I have? Ask yourself, who can I actually be myself around? That is where real connection begins.